today I'm gonna show you the greatest technique in my 2K history. I call this Katana technique. And I'm not kidding you, family, this is the greatest thing I've ever came up with, so be prepared for greatness. Now the money play itself is a pick and roll ball handler play, and it is called Fist 2-4 Swing Fist. Alright? Now this play is in the Houston Rockets playbook, and in order to run this correctly, you will be needing a stretch 4. I will break it down into further detail at the end of the video, but for now, let's just take a look at the greatness that is this Katana technique. So I call it the Katana technique because it comes in 3 options, and they all act like slashes, like a samurai sword slash. So the first slash of our Katana technique, or the first option, is what I call the manual flush. Alright, so we have set the play up for the Cavaliers here, and it's for LeBron James. So in order to do this correctly, you want to give the ball to LeBron, or the guy you want to call the play for. Now, you call Fist 2-4 swing for LeBron, but you bring him right into the middle, alright? Right down the middle, and when you pass to Kyrie to start the play, you want to pass with X, alright? Not icon pass, with X. You see the X above Kyrie's head, not because I click any icon passing, it's just because that's how you start the play, so the target is there. And when you're passing to Kyrie with X, you want to hold on to it. If you hold on to it, as you can see, I'm still LeBron. I'm holding on to X here. So I've clicked X to pass to Kyrie without ever letting it go. So I'm staying as LeBron, and now I'm going to turbo around Kyrie, still holding X. And if I let go of X right here, Kyrie will make the pass, and that is what I want because of that manual flush. Bang! Easy 2. This is the first slash of the Katana technique. And you can see it here again, bring it to the middle, call the play for LeBron, pass to Kyrie with X, hold X down, turbo run around Kyrie, boom. This is incredibly hard to defend. Remember, I'm doing this online, so this is a human being. Against computer, forget about it, they have no chance. But this is a human, and he is failing to adjust to the glory that is the first slash of the Katana technique. Now obviously down the line he did, but you can see here time and time again, I bring it to LeBron, bring it to the middle, hold X, pass to Kyrie, hold X, don't let go when I want to pass to LeBron. Only let go when you see LeBron open in that lane and throw it down. And when you're running around off ball, make sure you're holding on to turbo. It can be hold turbo, back cut, that's nasty. Let go of X, 2 points. Now this is only the first slash, and that is why this is the greatest technique. If he stops this first slash, there is a second slash to the Katana. And the second slash is the pick and fade. And this is why you're going to need a stretch 4 for this, because of the second slash pick and fade. So let's take a look at this one time in real time. Because the first slash is so strong, he has actually decided to go into a song here, as you can see, and we're going to break this song up. The first slash is in there, his song slash it down, but we're going to flow right into a pick and fade immediately when the first slash is stopped. Wide open, swish ball. Now let's take a look at that in slow motion. As you can see, when I pass it to Kyrie here, I'm holding on the X as LeBron. I'm going to turbo around Kyrie while holding on the X. I don't want to pass to LeBron here. So if I don't let go of X, eventually I'll become Kyrie. As you can see there, it says I never let go of X here, so I become Kyrie. I know Kevin Love is coming automatically for the face. I'm just going to run the guy into Kevin. I'm going to dribble it down the middle. Kevin's going to pop out. This is why you need a stretch 4. And LeBron is just going to stand there. Perfect release. The second slash of the Katana. Deadly. Here you can see another time where we're using the second slash to kill him. So we start off with LeBron in the middle. Fist 2-4 swing fist. Give it to Kyrie, turbo around Kyrie. He does a nice job shutting it down. We give it to LeBron. Give it back to Kyrie. Play does not break. We're able to run a pick and fade again. Kevin Love this time open, but I figure I'm just going to pick one dribble, low by him, pick an easy layup. That is also nasty. And yes, the Katana technique is so great. You can give it to Kyrie here in slow motion, cut around Kyrie, give it to LeBron. I let go of X here and I gave it to LeBron, but I'm going to give it back to Kyrie. The play does not break, alright? This is glorious. This aspect alone is amazing. So I can use the cut or not use the cut, but the play will not break. And let's say you run into a great player who stops both the first slash and the second slash. Yes, there is a third slash to the Katana technique, and that is the handoff flush from the side, which is one of the deadliest things in 2K that you can do. And we ended with this, okay? So watch, he defends it quite well here. He stops the first slash. So I go to LeBron, nothing. I give it back to Kyrie. Play does not break. I go to the pick and fade. He stops the second slash. Great defense by him. mad props. Even though he's playing off-ball D, great defense. But you know what? Handoff Flush on the side, first slash, die. That is gorgeous. You can see it here again. We're going to run the first slash. We're going to run the Handoff Flush. We start up with the first slash. We're going to cut around carry. He does a good job going off-ball to defend it here. But I catch it, there's nothing, so I'm going to rotate the ball. And yes, this play never breaks. I'm rotating the ball, I'm going to the opposite side. You see, now we're back into the second slash, now to the third slash. Even though I went to the opposite side, we were still able to run the Handoff Flush. Defense is shifting too much. LeBron James, throw down. And yes, the Katana is merciless. He had to tap. He had to tap. And obviously, there are also random options to all this. Once you get used to this enough, you can flow through it. This is an amazing technique, and this is the greatest thing I've ever came up with. So you see, this is the early free right here. If this is open, just take it. So this is actually very, very deep. So I will be doing a couple of more tutorials to break down this technique for you guys. This is actually much deeper than it seems. There's way more things you can do. And here, he's trying too hard to defend the cut, so he gets a free in the key. I actually got this a lot online against other users, like 2 or 3 times, because they're just so worried about that first slash, right? Like a good samurai, the first slash is the kill slash. He's so worried about the first slash, he's gonna worry about the other stuff. And you can see here, we go to the second slash, and instead of going on the first slash, I decided to run it on this side. Easy post up, 2-man game, side flush from the post, then at the Lova, and 1. So the random options are also quite amazing in this Katana technique. And for those of you who are smart, you'll be like, oh, what freelance do I run this with? Well, you run this with the Warriors freelance with space the floor, all right? Not motion cuts. Make sure you space the floor. And this is the counter, so you make sure you got to run this. You know why you want to run this? Just take a look at it here. So watch. This is the beginning of the Katana, the fist 2-4 swing fist. Take a look at Kevin Love here. He's right in the middle. So if you're defending this, you're thinking like, oh, crap. Sam Fam is going to run a middle pick and roll between LeBron James and Kevin Love. I got to defend this pick and roll. Well, guess what? The Katana is not a pick and roll. It's going to the side, right? So in order to throw him off, you actually want to run some middle pick and rolls. So if you run these middle pick and rolls, other Warriors space the floor, they're deadly. Like there's corner shooters. If you get enough shooters, there's one guy rolling down to the rim. It's absolutely filthy. And it is actually really quick to do. So if you run this middle pick and roll, Warrior space the floor, like I've taught you guys this before, but this is the counter to the Katana. Because if you keep running this here, the first time it didn't work, I'm going to run it again. I'm going to run with Kyrie, another Warrior space the floor, middle pick and roll. You want to run this because you want to get it into the back of his head that you are very, very good at this middle pick and roll. And you are not to be messed with. So when you're in the middle of the floor with your superstar, LeBron, KD, Curry, I don't care, and you bring a big man up, he's going to freak out because he's gonna be like, man, this middle pick and roll is unstoppable. I gotta focus on guarding this middle stuff. And if you run this enough, you run this middle stuff enough, then you turn to the Katana. See, this is the Katana again. Look at it. It looks just like a middle pick and roll from Warriors Motion, but it's not. I'm gonna pretend to run a pick and roll with Kevin Love, and then I'm gonna go to the side with Kyrie. And this, if he has a lapse of judgment and he just misses this, I'm gonna get this first slash all day. And without the first slash, there's also the second slash and first slash. So my goodness, family. So, quickly, I'm just going to show you guys how to set it up. I'll go into detail in later tutorials because this is slightly complicated, but so you want to go to the Houston Rockets playbook if you're playing now online. Obviously, in your MyTeam, you want to buy it. But you need players that has pick and roll ball handler because this play is only available to people with pick and roll ball handlers. So, you can change it offline. You can change it also in play now online. But if you're playing MyTeam, just make sure the player you're using has pick and roll ball handler. And most importantly, you want to give your stretch 4 roll man. So Kevin Love, you want to make him the pick and roll man. So he gets that pick and fade, right? But because of that, you want to take pick and roll man off the other big. So I don't want Tristan Thompson setting the pick on the second slash because he can't fade. So that's not as big of a threat as as Kevin Love fading out. So make sure you take pick and roll man off the player who can't shoot. On MyTeam, once again, you're just gonna make sure you have the right assigned plays when you buy the players. So there it is, family. Let me know how you feel about this technique. Use it online. I guarantee you score tons. This is one of those things that are just like, I can't believe I figured it out, but oh my god. This is strong. This is the strongest thing I have ever discovered in 2K. The strongest. I've been using this on very, very skilled players everywhere, and I'm crushing everybody. Or more than usual. Anyhow, use this well, and make sure you mix it in with the middle pick and roll, right? Because you gotta make if you keep running the Katana, he's gonna catch on. So you're gonna mix it in with the middle pick and roll, warrior space. It looks just like the Katana at the start, and my oh my, you can see and you can feel the agony and suffering of your opponent as you run the warrior space the floor pick and roll with the Katana technique and its free slashes. It's agonizing for the other guy. All right, so as always, thanks for coming by. Let me know if you enjoyed this. And yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys the defensive settings and all that in this online game. And yeah, I'll see all of you next time. More Katana tutorials coming. There's a lot of subtleties to this, so I'm gonna go into very the detail and the nitty gritty because this is such a great technique. There's lots to talk about, so keep an eye out. And I'll show you guys gameplay on my team, playing out online against tournament winners, against other YouTubers of this. So yeah, I'll see all of you guys next time.